Well, I think they're starting to play together. They're becoming resilient. They do the things that they need to. They rely on each other. The thing I'm really pleased is it's all starting up front on both sides of the ball. I think the offensive, defensive line are coming alive. These guys are playing some very solid, sound football. And again, they're just doing the things that they need to do to give us a chance.
What is it Taylor's done these last 2 weeks to really elevate his game?
I think the biggest thing he's doing is he's starting to see things. He's starting to see what he needs to see. He's throwing the windows that he needs to throw. We're getting healthy up front. Now we got a couple of nicked guys. We got to get those guys back out on the football field. But that I think is all part of it as well.
Obviously, a lot of attention for quarterbacks coming back to Charlotte. Taylor's probably not the biggest storyline. I mean, how important is this for him? And what did you see out of him? And what did you talk about coming in here?
Well, yeah, and the biggest thing we talked about more than anything else is just going out and doing our job. The nice thing is we caught them before they, Cam really gets into their playbook. I mean, this is the time to plan, and so we were fortunate. I know they're going to get more efficient as they go along, and he gets more and more into that book. But for Taylor, this really was about, taking what was there. We were able to run the ball well. We were patient. Taylor was patient, a couple times too patient. I'd like to just see him throw it away instead of take a sack. But he played a good football game. He really did.
What kind of interaction did you have with Cam today?
No, we had an opportunity to greet each other. I'm a big fan, and he's a heck of a competitor. The thing that I was concerned of most was him and Christian, and DJ Moore and our guys were able to withstand the whole action that those three guys put together, and we were very fortunate.
You have a big drive right before halftime. You go for it on, I believe, 4th and 6. What gave you the confidence to do that in that situation?
I really like the way that Taylor's seeing certain things, and Scotty had a play that he had a lot of confidence in, and so we went with it. And it's also based on where we were. I wanted to have the momentum going in to the locker room as opposed to not, and then coming out and scoring right away really gave us an opportunity.
When you see that 4th down and 4 play, I think it was with Taylor scrambling. It looks like he's going to get sacked, scrambles to the left and throws back to base. What did you see on that play?
Same thing. We were in a position where we had to keep the momentum, and if we were going to punt it, maybe gain, 20 yards out of it. So what the heck, the analytics, they go for it, and that's what we were talking about. I was talking on the headset about. And again, some of the stuff that we felt we could do, Scotty had a lot of confidence in. When I sit down and talk with him, during the week, and he talks about things that he feels good about. One of the things we talk about are 3rd down and 4th down situations, and he was very confident in some of the calls we had.
What did you think of how Taylor on that play?
That scared the hell out of me. But that's him. He's got the ability. He sees things. He's got a very innate sense to him about certain plays like that.
Keep taking me through Antonio Gibson's day. The early fumble,
Yeah.
he sits, he has some big runs, then he doesn't go out of bounds at the end.
Well, he got frickin' horse collar around the neck and thrown out of bounds. But he bounced back, and that's what you want. You want that resilience, and he's a young man that's just going to get better and better the more he develops and grows. I wish he hadn't fumbled because it would have been a very good day for him. He had a good day, though. He really did, and he's an exciting young man to watch.
I hate to make comparisons to last season, but that resilience, that improvement you're seeing now in this team, does it feel at all similar to the change you saw last year?
It really does. It really does. And it's them relying on one another. It's them, not trying to make the big splash play. It's them staying where it's supposed to and doing their jobs. That's the thing that sometimes guys get a little carried away with themselves. They're good as a group. They really are, and that's what we're seeing. We don't have our 2 edge guys right now, and we're only going to get one of them back eventually. But when you have guys, everybody does their jobs, and really just keep competing together and pull together, it gives us a chance.
Did any plays stick out to you as examples of not trying to make those splash plays and the progress you've seen in the last few
That very last play spoke to itself. The coverage guys stayed where they're supposed to. They had vision on their receivers. They matched their guys. I thought it was a great call by Jack. We because of that, the quarterback had to pump the ball and hold it and then try to step up through, and just the rush guys were in their lanes. And that you know, again, as I will say, I tell the guys, you know, the play doesn't care who makes it. The plays are there to be made, and that's what they did.
Their run defense has been really strong this year. Did you see opportunities there coming into the game, or did it present itself during the game?
Well, I thought there were some things that, you know, in talking with Scotty, that we felt we could do. Really liked the things that, you know, that he had mapped out as far as the offense was concerned.
Ron, do you feel like you're establishing a little bit of an offensive identity now? Even the big time eating drive at the end of last game, the clock was way in your favor this game. Is that
Yep.
who you are now?
Yes, I think we're getting a little bit of feel for our guys. You know, we have some playmakers that have stepped up. You know, Terry McLaurin continues to make plays for us and doing the big, you know, doing the big things and doing the dirty work. DeAndre Carter's kind of found himself inside our offense, you know, and you know, you got those guys like Hump that just keep coming every day. Cam Sims is another guy now that he's healthy. He's back out on the field making plays. You know, the tight end group is really by committee right now, and you look at those guys, and you know, we got a rookie and another rookie from Chile just going out there and doing their thing. So it was kind of fun to watch those guys compete. And then, you know, I can't say enough about the running backs as a group, because I thought they all ran hard.
Ron, how would you, I know you mentioned the offensive line, how do you think Schweitzer held up going in and played center?
I'm gonna tell you what, Wes is Wes, and I'm gonna bring up Cornelius Lucas too. I mean, those guys are warriors. I mean, they bounce around from left side to right side. You know, Wes goes guard, center guard. You know, and that's that position flex I used to talk to you guys about all the time. And when you have guys like that, you have depth, and when you have depth, you know, you can put guys in and they'll come through for you. And like I said, those two guys were warriors, and they really came through in a big way for us. You know, we got to get some guys healthy and get them back on the football field.
Ron, I know this game, you said it wasn't about you. What were your feelings walking out that field with the win?
I felt good. I did. You know, it was fun. You know, and I know it had been disappointing if it had gone the other way, but it was fun. And we're very fortunate to come out on top, because they played a good football game, and we played a good football game too and came out on top.
What did it mean to get some applause from the fans there as you came out?
It was cool. You know, like I said, you know, all last week is how much I appreciated this city. This city has been very good to me and my family, and you know, and Stephanie and I and my family pretty much have friends for life. And this is, I'm telling you, this is a hell of a city. If you ever get time to come spend it, you'll love it.
Ron, how important is it to have Terry McLaurin's kind of reliability when everything is around him is kind of?
I think escapability is important. You know, shoot, I lived it for 9 seasons with Cam. And when you have a guy like Taylor that has that kind of ability to turn something into trouble, he can do those things, and that helps. It extends the play. He keeps his eyes downfield. He's trying to make plays. The thing that you want him to make sure he continues to understand is that he has to protect the ball. He has to take what's there in front of him, and he's got to protect himself as well.
Obviously, Taylor's play here, does it mean that much to him coming back?
Yes.
He didn't play as much?
It does.
How important is this for his development?
This is very important. I mean, to win games like this, these types of games, you know, it's very important, you know, to really manage the game and then make plays when you have to. That's a big step.